Hey guys, Heather here from Tye-Dyed Iguana, and today we're going to talk about why Aspen makes a great bedding for your pet snakes. So this is the type of Aspen bedding we have here at our store that we sell and that we also use in our own tanks for all of our snakes that aren't tropical, that don't require high humidity. We use this Aspen snake bedding right here. You can see it's the shredded Aspen. Before we start this video talking about the benefits, I just want you guys to make sure you know the difference. Some people get this confused with cedar or pine bedding. Some people think that all type of wood shaving bedding is bad, but the Aspen is perfectly fine and safe to use with your pet snakes. You just want to avoid the pine bedding and the cedar bedding because that will cause respiratory infections in your animal. It gives them lots of respiratory problems. So, quick note on that before we get started today. So the number one reason why we like to use Aspen bedding ourselves is because it doesn't get stuck up the pits and noses of the snakes. With soil-based substrates, when your snake tries to dig down in them, they can easily get dirt jammed into those heat pits when it comes to pythons, like these guys here, or their nose when it comes to any other snake. With Aspen bedding, it's a lot looser of a substrate with much bigger pieces that don't get stuck in those heat pits and nostrils. Now the second reason why we like to use this stuff is because it's great for burrowers. Because Aspen is such a loose substrate with big pieces, it makes it much easier for snakes to burrow down in it. Finer soil bedding is a lot more compact and harder to dig down into. Plus it can lead into the problem we mentioned in our first reason why we like to use Aspen bedding. Now, the third reason why Aspen is such a great bedding is because it's super easy to clean. Whether you're just spot cleaning or doing a complete bedding change, Aspen is definitely easier to work with. Soil bedding is pretty heavy, and it can be a pain to dump out the old bedding and replace it with new. Aspen bedding is very light and fluffy, being much easier to change out. Plus, it's super easy to see any messes left by the snake and easy to pick up and toss. Now the final reason why we like to use Aspen bedding is because it's super absorbent. If water is spilled in the tank somehow, Aspen will absorb it quickly, keeping the tank from having standing water. You just gotta make sure to clean out the wet Aspen to make sure it doesn't get moldy or stinky. This is the main reason why Aspen doesn't make a great bedding for those snakes that are tropical and require a higher humidity, because you need to spray the tank down at least once or twice a day. If you tried to do that to a tank with Aspen bedding in it, you'd be in a lot of trouble. So for all those reasons we just went over, we here at TDI love to use Aspen bedding for our snakes that don't require a high humidity. We use it for our whole wall of colubrids that you see here, plus some of our pythons and boas, like our little red-tailed boas down here. And of course, our ball pythons. So we hope you guys learned a lot about Aspen bedding and just how great it is in our video today. And we'll see you next time.